one good game.
Demazi, who was one of the new additions in the second part of 2025, was there to clear it across. She's added a lot of energy, a lot of goals, and a real bit of threat to this 1-0 side. Got the best out of players around her too, like Salah, Taylor Halabi as well. He's on the bench this evening. From the off anyway, but you expect her to have quite the impact. In fact, she's just been instated in the last minute or so. As Abdul Latif couldn't get it beyond Salah. Demazi. Abdul Latif went and won it back to good effect. Switched it for Richardson. Heasley couldn't flick it around the corner. Demazi in retreat. Set it back for Fanua. Halabi was lurking. Fanua went to split it. McClure had to get across at the expense of a corner. Halabi's take. Fanua. Salah. Wanted to shift beyond Richardson, who did supremely well to win it back. And now wants to go on the charge forward. Was waiting for the runners. McClure was one. Heasley was another. And Fitzroy again just happy to calm it down. That ball was a rather searching one in the end from Richardson. Fanua gave Halabi one which might have been a little bit hot to handle. Quickly on for Demazi. This game adopting a really similar pace to one which Friday did for 1-0 in the game against Aku. It was a very free-flowing match. It's the way that Costa Frutzes wants his side to play futsal.
Oh, what a ball.
Lovely return for Halabi. And there had to come across. Terrific ball to find Halabi, though. And she will take the resulting corner. On for Monica Fanua. Abdul Latif went to her. Oh, lovely.
Oh my God.
Wonderful footwork from Fanua, who stung the palms of air. And Abdul Latif hammered it over towards the referee's table. Thankfully, none of the officials were in line to wear one there. Joshua Fusco on clean-up at the moment as Fanua. It's a thread for Halabi. Abdul Latif, couple shots for handball. Demazi. Fanua. Couldn't thread it beyond Heasley, but it ricocheted to Demazi. 1-0 happy to have early possession. Halabi did well. It was a very, very hardly hit ball. Took it down terrifically. Challenge from Heasley was a good one. Halabi on for Fanua. Just couldn't quite find Demazi. Well, they've started this game brightly, haven't they?
1-0 is definitely pushing up really well.
Get the feeling they want to take control of this game as they did Friday. Demazi slipped, nearly steered it for Salah while doing so. Again, Fitzroy just getting the numbers behind at the important moment. First goal of the cup final. Still eluding us, but when it does come, Christine, you get the feeling it maybe just could open this game up a little bit.
Yeah, we're just waiting on that moment. It can go both ways. That's why we know this game will be very intense.
Richardson. Again, trying to tiptoe beyond Halabi. Set it for Abdul Latif. Fanua got in the way. As did Salah, who got the initial touch. Halabi dropped it off for Demazi. And they're happy just to take the sting out of anything Fitzroy wants to throw at them at the moment of 1-0. Good footwork from Salah. Couldn't steer it for Halabi, who went and won it back anyway. Demazi. Salah. Threaded for Fanua. McClure stepped in and got a foot on it. Well, this was both of these sides got off to fast starts on Friday. We're 5 minutes in so far, and we are without a goal in the cup final. Tense and nervy start to this game. One which 1-0 looked to have settled in. Much better too. Halabi gave it a hit. Air was uncertain. Cleared by Heasley, only as far as Salah. And Air went and caught it. But Nia Salah, since coming into this 1-0 side, has just added such an extra element. Lovely read by Fanua. Frescaso got a foot in, but for Salah, Christine, she's given them a lot of creativity.
Yeah, definitely.
Intricately worked futsal player. It's Fanua. Went searching. Demazi went up with air. And Richardson cleared. Somebody who's never afraid to go at it. Sydney Allen getting ready. Salah comes for a quick breather. It's the one thing that Costa Frutas got right on Friday. It was a warm evening. The first one really we've had since the start of the year, as Alan was swept by McClure. But he got the player management and the substitutions spot on for the most part. Something you get the feeling that with a fully stacked bench once again, he'll have to do tonight too. It's a 1-0 free kick. Looking to press home the advantage they've had in the first 5.5 minutes. Fanua's take, and Air had to get a palm on it just to put it across. Still surging. Oh, 1-0, but Sabre might have a chance on the break. Fanua with a great challenge. Allen gave it back to her.
Oh my
Tried
God.
to tiptoe around Richardson.
She's insane.
And now Fitzroy on the break. Sabre for Galluccio.
Oh my gosh. She's trying to recreate her viral video.
She wasn't far away from doing it either.
She's so good.
She beat 2, and then it was only Air. It became a bit of a bundle at the end. It was Dimarzi. Wasn't quite able to find Halabi on this occasion. But that really exemplifies the start that 1-0 have made. They play with a lot of freedom. Whereas for Fitzroy, you feel as though they're still trying to find their way a little bit. It's Diana Frascalzo. Again, went for Sabre, who can't spin Fanua. That's a fabulous challenge.
She's everywhere. Yeah, I know.
Could be an early shout, maybe. You don't want to say it 5 minutes in, but for best on ground, possibly?
Oh,
Early consideration?
100%, like, she's up there already.
Good crowd here in Darebin, DCSS, for the women's swan song for the year. A lot of just players, but a lot of family members of 1-0 of Fitzroy, a lot of supporting cast. Hoping to see at least the one they'd like to win the cup. Galluccio is just baiting Dimarzi at the moment. Went back for Air, he wanted to thread it for Sabre. Fanua again got a foot in. Allen wasn't able to re-find her, but since she's come back to this 1-0 side, Monica Fanua, and returned to futsal, she's just been, you get the feeling like the glue that this team has needed. She again finds Sydney Allen, who wasn't able to go beyond Frascalzo. A lot of other members of the 1-0 futsaling family as well. Karina Nautu's in the building. Selena Danilis on the bench. Would love to have played in this game, but is unfortunately out with injury. Wishing her a speedy recovery. Fitzroy bench is one which is stacked with talent. Scott Rogan back on the touchline this evening. All of those will be needed. Dharma Georgie as well. In case they go fifth, she might be the one you'd imagine who would take the fly on. Allen went searching for Dimarzi, and Air came crashing through and cleared it away. Sydney Allen. Again, it's a very bright start to this final from 1-0. Halabi, Dimarzi, her and Richardson both took a tumble on a collision course for one another. Galluccio's clearance ricocheted off Richardson and found its way to Sabre. Halabi was on the high press. Richardson just cooled it all down. Galluccio, Dimarzi was in. And in too late. Costa Frutas not best pleased. But from our point of view, it looked like a foul.
It did look like a foul.
Wasn't necessarily malicious from Dimarzi, it was just late. And it was well shielded in the end. Elizabeth Ayres free kick. No stranger to a hit from here, and it took a deflection. Fitzroy will have a corner.
Do you know her name? No, I just turned her up.
What?
I just turned you up.
Oh.
Galluccio's take on the corner.
Oh.
Fizzing across, Sabre broke late.
Oh.
And nearly, ever so nearly turned it goalwards.
It's her turns. It's always her turns.
Someone who, as a target for Sabre, the way that she spins in behind is razor sharp. First example of it there. Dimarzi took a tumble, and then on the slide wanted to find Allen. Seems to be that right flank, which is favourable on the far side for 1-0 at the moment. Sabre, lovely return for Frascalzo. And again,
of course, Monica Fanua, just always there. She's always there.
Concedes a corner, but for Fanua it could have been maybe a bit more of a headache for 1-0. Frascalzo, Richardson. Gave it a hit, but dragged the effort wide. Would have certainly been a bit of a selection headache for both of these sides, who to pick for the Cup Final. Fitzroy would have wanted Claudia Frascalzo back by then as well, but she isn't quite there this evening. Only 4 on the bench compared to 1-0's much more substitution-y fruitful sideline. Dimarzi makes way for Sophie McCaffrey, someone who's been battling a knock herself in recent weeks. A lot of instruction being given. There's a Fitzroy 5 on that bench. Abdul Latif, who stumbled, and McCaffrey went and won it. Halabi couldn't thread it for Sydney Allen. Just those nearly moments which, even though it's early in the game, you look at it and you go, chances for both of these teams really to get themselves ahead in this game, or to really apply pressure on the other. Ones that they could come back to rue later on if it doesn't quite fall for them. Frascalzo, Abdul Latif. Lovely return for Frascalzo, who left it behind. Allen's on the march, was waiting on options, and forced there to push it away for a corner. Another good shift from Sydney Allen. She's just able to work a yard to take that strike on. Her corners quickly for Fanua, who got under it. For Fitzroy, the side who were so methodical on Friday night and who have been so methodical. Do you get the feeling, Christine, that there's a weird nerviness around the way that they've started this game?
Yeah, definitely. I think 1-0 has come in this game with a lot of adrenaline. Like, they're definitely very confident, but then you can still see those nerves. You can still see them.
1-0 perhaps just being better at hiding them at the moment. Fitzroy again had an attack which broke down. A foul committed on McCaffrey, who was ready to counter. It's Halabi. Again wanted Fanua. Frascalzo got a foot in. Another important one is the timeout. Who wants to call it first? At the moment, get the feeling that Costa Frutas is rather happy with the way that things are, albeit still longing for that opening goal. Jimmy Souflas with just a bit of a glance towards the clock. Known for leaving it late in terms of those timeouts. Could his hand be forced early? Sabre couldn't steer it for Abdul Latif. Dimarzi getting ready for another reintroduction. Halabi for Fanua, who gave it a flick.
Oh my god, she just spawned there. Was she not in the back 2 seconds ago?
Ever so close as well. Monica Fanua to scoring the opening goal. And McClure at the other end.
Good shot.
Couldn't quite steer it the other side of the post. Game just starting to open up a little bit now. Fanua dropped it and got it for Allen, although left it behind. Both these sides taking a patient approach. Scalzo, McClure. Going to tiptoe around Fanua, who dangled a leg without giving away a foul. You feel like everything's going to be contested this evening. Every single touch, every challenge is going to be subject to some sort of protest. Sydney Allen with height for Halabi, whose volley was the right idea, although just didn't quite catch it how she would have wanted. Perhaps the next wave. Tiger attack started with Abdulatif. On for Friscalzo. McCaffrey and Fanua came across. And they all took a tumble in the end. It's Halabi. Was waiting on the runners, one of whom was McCaffrey. Shifted away from Sabre, but couldn't slide it for Allen. Abdulatif, Fanua got a foot in, header for Friscalzo! And then had a challenge on McClure that was firm but fair. Encouragement from Claudia Damasi for that challenge and that effort from Sophie McCaffrey. Another young player who's really come on leaps and bounds this year. Definitely in the second half of the calendar. Richardson lost out to Fanua, whose ball might break for Allen, and Friscalzo took her out, and for it will find herself in the book.
Isn't that the last man, though? Wouldn't that be a red card?
That is what 1-0 are
She was the last
protesting.
man. No? Oh.
Goalkeeper's in her goal.
So the goal,
So
because the
if
goalkeeper
Liz
is
wasn't
in
in her
goal,
box.
Goal's guarded.
Oh.
the goal's guarded. If the net was vacant, it would have been red.
Oh.
Despite Claudia Damasi's protest, the letter of the law does state otherwise.
This is getting intense already.
You expected a hotly debated first half. Sydney Allen's free kick was into the wall, but will be retaken. Diana Friscalzo just has to walk a tightrope now until the end. And Fitzroy have 3 fouls.
I thought Costa would have done a timeout for this. They should have done a set piece.
Allen's take into the wall on take 2. Ricocheted, wanted Halabi. Abdulatif got a touch. It was a bit bizarre, wasn't it? They didn't go for a timeout.
They should have done a timeout.
Halabi's take. McCaffrey!
Oh.
Nearly caught air out of the near post. She's got across quickly. Another 1-0 corner. Deadlock still unbroken. McCaffrey crashed it at the near post. They'll do it all over again.
Monica Fanua was just lurking there. She's just lurking there. Oh, what a turn.
Could potentially have been the recipient, but Abdulatif now is on the break. So Fanua lurking for attacking prowess, now in defensive support. McClure off for Abdulatif. Halabi got a foot in. It's a good ricochet. Just allows 1-0 to slow it up. That's better from Fitzroy on the press, though, to win that ball and directly go on the counter. Abdulatif starting to grow into the game. Deflection off Allen. Forces a few to take cover. Friscalzo's side ball. Back for Lizaire, who's within range, you know. Richardson was lurking, and Halabi had to clear. A brilliant hit from the keeper, which forced Fanua to palm. Abdulatif.
Was that touched?
They did get a flick from Fanua.
Okay. Fitzroy ball.
Will be a Fitzroy corner. When do you think either coach will call a timeout? Neither has yet. It's a bit weird.
I'm surprised. Like, honestly, I thought Costa would have done it for the free kick, but maybe he knows when to use it.
And we know Jimmy likes to leave it late.
Yeah, Jimmy does. But he'll always pull it off. So you can't tell Jimmy when or when not to do it. He'll know. He just knows.
He'll have something up his sleeve. Certainly if the game stays as is. Friscalzo, blocked by Fanua. McCaffrey got ahead of Abdulatif and then one away from McClure. Halabi wanted Allen. Wasn't able to find her. More defensive diligence from 1-0 so far. As there again, wanted Friscalzo. Now Costa Frutas is mic'd up on the touchline. There is a road mic on that 1-0 tee somewhere. There could be some content off the back of that as McCaffrey. Again, it's a good save from Elizabeth there, who rolled it on for Richardson quickly. McClure. Good challenge from McCaffrey, not once but twice. That's terrific. Brilliantly done from Sophie McCaffrey. Fitzroy just can't get out. Cleared away to Fanua. Threaded for Allen, who spun McDougall. And then McClure at the second attempt got a foot in to good effect. When does that pressure let up? Fanua couldn't make it stick. Frescalzo, step McCaffrey.
Oh.
Wanted a foul. Frescalzo again. McDougall, lovely turn. I've got room to go with. I wanted to go with Loft, but wasn't able to. Monica Fanua steered it down the line for Allen. Tidy 1-2. McCaffrey was on the switch, but again, Fitzroy just have Richardson in the way. And she's been really important to them, not only in the league this season, but in the Cup too. She's the kind of player, Christine, that when you need someone to step up, she's the one.
Yes, Sarah Richardson. Yeah, she's definitely one to be intimidated by on the pitch. You'd rather her on your team than to be against her, definitely.
An effort from Richardson, found Fanua, who went long for McCaffrey.
Oh.
Air had to be courageous and time it, and she did both.
Gosh.
Now Richardson nodded it back, and there's been a hold because it will be Liz's second touch in the sequence. So it gives 1-0 a free kick in a position of real promise. And having knocked on the door for over a quarter of this game already, could this be the key that unlocks it? It will be Fanua's free kick. Allen stood over it. Set it for Monica Fanua. That's a brilliant block from McClure on the line.
That would kill.
She's down. Looks like it's knocked the wind out of her, but that was a brilliant block. It was a brutal hit. Let's just have a minute as McClure regains herself. 1-0 corner nonetheless. Taken out for Fanua. Couldn't re-find Halabi. That was ever so nearly the moment for 1-0 to get themselves ahead. Frescalzo. That's a beauty of a ball.
Turn.
McDougall's swivel was sharp.
Oh, again, she's
Fanua's
still
challenge.
there. She's still there.
Fantastic. Another important foot in. McDougall, Richardson, lovely step around McCaffrey. Allen got a foot in. Halabi came across to close the door. Richardson kept it rolling. Set for McClure.
Oh, what a save.
Brilliant stop. And an important one. Tin Fanua's first real involvement of the evening. Steered it away for a Fitzroy corner. One which McDougall took, and Halabi is now on the break for. Tiptoed round Richardson, set it on for Sydney Allen, who couldn't keep it in.
Oh,
And
she
then
couldn't stop.
couldn't halt her momentum. Frescalzo, Richardson. Lovely flick from McDougall. Now Frescalzo's been bundled into. No foul given.
Oh my God,
Fanua now going on the charge the other way. Waiting on Allen. And Halabi didn't sort her feet out.
There's no way.
The net's unguarded at the other end. McDougall had a slide. What a look. What a golden opportunity.
What just happened in the past 10 seconds? That was crazy.
Costa Frutas can't hide his frustration. Fanua gave it away and then won it back. Frescalzo charging. McCaffrey didn't get there. And it's flashed wide of the far post. Fitzroy's first real look. And Frescalzo, who was through one-on-one, couldn't find the finish. Halabi dropped it off for Fanua. Gave it away to Sabre. Richardson. Sabre, lovely spin. And Fanua sorted her feet out right in the nick of time. Couldn't get it beyond Friscalzo, who wanted to
gosh.
really bully her way forward. Fanua slide. Richardson collected. Saber wanted to continue. McCaffrey holding her off. Fanua's save. Backs to the wall for 1-0. And now on the break is Allen with Fanua up with her. Richardson retreating. Monica Fanua! Penalty.
Okay, now this game is going. Now this is the game. This is the final.
Now hang on a minute. What colour could the card be here?
Second yellow.
Penalty for 1-0.
Claude Demasi saying it's a second yellow. Is it the same player?
Now Costa Fruits is making the case that it's 2 yellow cards. If that is to be a final warning, it's one of immense fortune.
Okay, I think this is the time he should do.
Okay, Christine Hannah coaching from the bench.
1-0 have a
I'm not
penalty.
coaching.
Christine Hannah
Oh no, it's a penalty. I thought
ushering
it was
Costa Fruits to
I
take
thought
a
it was
timeout.
no, I didn't. I thought it was a free kick.
Was
I wasn't
inside
paying
the area.
attention.
Sydney Allen's spot kick to give 1-0 the lead in the final. Allen saved! Saved by Liz Eyre,
Oh,
but they
no.
might get another look. Allen had it rolling. Halabi advancing, and Eyre again came up massive.
Oh, Liz Eyre is putting on a show. She is putting on a show. She's insane.
What a moment that could be. A huge, huge opportunity gone awry.
Now Jimmy Sufis is getting angry. Oh, I love this game.
It's all kicking off on the touchline. 1 up, 1 back, say the officials. Costa Fruits reminded of the boundaries of his technical area.
It's true though.
This is futsal.
Allen and Saber challenge.
This is futsal. I'm glad it's both these teams in the grand final.
This is bonkers. It's beyond futsal. Halabi's header, on which was steered wide. Perhaps the most box office first quarter of an hour you could have imagined. If you're watching at home, grab yourself some popcorn. Richardson on for Galluccio. She then got it back. McCaffrey again went on the high press. McClure just taking the sting out of what's been a spiteful couple of minutes. Flicked only as far as Fanua. Set on for Sydney Allen, who didn't sort her feet out. Demasi awaiting reinstatement. Fitzroy bench. Seated. Jimmy Sufis down on one knee at the moment. Scott Rogan stood bolt upright. Saber. Dangerous ball given away. Allen's on the march. McCaffrey's back post if she chooses. Allen goes alone! And Elizabeth there makes a brilliant save.
She's smashing it.
McCaffrey for Halabi. Set for Fanua, who went side foot. And there again down low. Got an all-important intervention.
What's happening over there?
Are they?
Oh, God.
There's a bit of commotion
Hey,
between
Josh,
two crowd members. There might be some,
Really, bro. I can't really leave.
might be some commission needed.
I'm the only person here. I can't.
Tim Fanua
Wait, unless if they get word.
went searching for Sydney Allen. McClure, great challenge by McCaffrey, who went on her own as well. Was without option apart from a late Allen run. Again, 1-0 knocking on the door. And Fitzroy in need of something.
She did it back to the.
Danny Galluccio and Monica Fanua having some fun out there. Demasi brought back on. It's a good shield from Galluccio. First half, which we never want to end. Only 4 minutes 20 left. Air out for Richardson. He's got the chance to roll forward. Wanted to thread for
Demazi's
McClure.
back on.
Picked off diligently by Demazi. Fanua waited on Allen on the overlap,
Oh,
who went to cut for Demazi,
yeah. That was a smart decision.
who collided with Galluccio. Fitzroy free kick. Seemed a little inadvertent. Galluccio's stint comes to an end. Richardson. Abdul Latif. Threaded for Sabre. Fanua gave her a barge. Just how many fouls for either?
Fitzroy's on 4.
Fitzroy on 4 fouls.
1-0's on 2.
So the ice beneath their feet is just thinning a little bit.
Still surprised no one's done a timeout yet.
They're both leaving it late. Richardson's free kick. The wall did its job. Sabre recycled it once more. Richardson kept it rolling. And Sabre appreciated the idea, despite not being able to get on the end of it. It was a tidy thread from Richardson. It's Fanua for the first time. Flung the ball errantly.
It's getting heated.
It's just boiling a little bit, isn't it? Just coming to a bit of a simmer.
These are the games that I love to watch.
Flung long for Sabre. It's a good nod on by Fanua. Allen, not beyond McClure. Demazi on the slide.
Hey, she slid.
Went and won it, and then won a free kick, and that'll be 5 fouls.
5 fouls.
So Fitzroy just have to watch it from here on out. Jimmy Soufis is cutting a disgruntled figure. Not best pleased. Fitzroy just have to be careful from here on out. One 1-0 free kick. Fanua's take. Wanted Allen. Cut out by Richardson. That foul count could come important in the dying embers of this half. It's been a very physical first half. Fanua from the corner went low. Demazi was lurking. Richardson read it well. And then went on the thread for Abdul Latif, who via a deflection is happy to let it trickle out. Richardson wanted it post-haste. Abdul Latif with a 1-2. This time Demazi the one to get a boot in. This game would round out for Fitzroy a season of real growth. They pushed Aku all the way twice. Only team to defeat them in the second season of the league. But for 1-0, Ridham Cup winners. This would add yet more silverware to that. It's a lovely turn from Frescalzo. And Fanua!
Oh my.
Oh my word! It'll be a 10-metre penalty.
I wonder who'll take.
Fitzroy in excess of 5. And 1-0 have a spot kick. You would imagine that Claudia Demazi would be all over this. It'd be her or Sydney Allen for sure. Yet more Elizabeth Eyre heroics required. Three minutes 15 to half time. Yet another spot kick look. The first one was missed. Sydney Allen take 2. Scores with aplomb! And 1-0 lead the final. Buried brutally into the bottom corner. Very little Liz Eyre could do. And 1-0 who've been knocking on the door for the best part of 18 minutes have themselves in the lead. It was a terrific 10-metre spot kick. Tucked away shortly.
They have to be careful now.
Most vulnerable time to concession is just after scoring. So Fitzroy in excess of 5 fouls, and that'll be a yellow card for Taylor Halabi. To much applause.
Should have known better. She knows that would have got her a card.
It's a bit of a reckless one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just a dumb Dumb mistake.
An unnecessary yellow for Taylor Halabi. He has to walk the tightrope. Fitzroy free kick. Having just gone behind, an immediate opportunity for response.
He's moving it.
As a matter of fact, it'll be taken from the side. Abdul Latif set for Richardson, who sold Damazi and then slipped. Abdul Latif kept it rolling. Damazi's now in on her own. Allen just held the run. Damazi was waiting. Allen was darting. Air got a foot in. And now Abdul Latif's turn to lead the counter, but Claudia Damazi, like lightning, in retreat. Now has Richardson to go around. Couldn't do so. Air to reset. Wanted to thread for Sabre, who on the stretch couldn't make it stick. Not a single timeout opted yet. Abdul Latif got away from Halabi. Could only find touch. 2 to the break. 1-0 a goal up. Some Fitzroy frustration showing. It's a good read from Richardson, who was given a pull by Damazi. Sabre on the end of it. Couldn't sort her feet out. Allen did well in retreat. Fanua went long, looking for Halabi. Dropped for Damazi, who waited on Halabi. Good foot in from Frascalzo, who then had a dangle. Advantage. Sabre central. Allen in the way once again.
Oh my gosh. 1-0's defense is insane today.
And now just hang on a minute. Two rolling fouls for 1-0. And that's 5 aside. So now Fitzroy joined by 1-0 in just having to keep things a bit cool to the break. Will be a real test. Frascalzo for Richardson. Wanted to thread, good read from Fanua. Lovely shift from Salah, who squared it in 2! Monica Fanua on the break, forced it in. And 1-0 on the counter. Hit Fitzroy with a quick 1-2 punch.
Monica, she cannot be, nothing can happen to her now. Nothing cannot happen to her now.
She's having one of those days.
She's having definitely one of those days. She has those days every game anyway. Definitely.
Brilliant from Fanua. Brilliant from 1-0, who have hit Fitzroy with a quick double just before the break. Deficit halving territory for the Tigers. Frascalzo. Fanua again timed it to perfection. Abdul Latif came to provide an option. Monica Fanua did well. Frascalzo went with haste. Nearing the final minute of an enthralling first half, we have our first timeout. Jimmy Soufas the one to issue. Fitzroy are 2 down against 1-0. Both have racked up 5 fouls as we go to our first timeout break, my apologies, of the Foz Cup Final. We return from timeout for the first time in the Cup Final. 1-0, 2-0 up against Fitzroy. And who in this situation, if they are to get themselves back into this game, Christine, could be the difference maker for Fitzroy?
Oh, there's definitely a couple. Beck Saber, her and her turns definitely gets them those goals. Then you have Layla Abdulatif, who's Youth Player of the Season, Golden Boot. She just does what she does. Her highlight reel the other day, it's just Layla Abdulatif. It's just Layla.
One of whom as well, who was top scorer in the league season. Certainly not fraught of goals. Fitzroy gave away a free kick for a rolling ball. Do you think that might be nerves, or might be frustration more so?
See, it can be both. Like, this is like Fitzroy probably didn't think this is the way it would turn out in the first half. Which, yeah, it probably has shocked them, so they're probably going to put in the extra work. Put in the extra work to try to get it back.
Fanua spilled for a corner, so there is a late look in the last minute. First half of the Foz Cup Final. It's gone 1-0's way so far. Still a lot of Fitzroy protest about some of the calls that have been made. But all in all, there's a lot of frustration being shown from those adorned in white this evening. Good shift from Richardson, a good challenge from Salah. Getting to the break without conceding. Right now, of the utmost importance.
It's just those little nerves. Just those little nerves. They still have a lot of time. They have so much time.
Is that the one thing you notice with the stop clock?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's with stop clock, there's so much time. I think they're just a bit shocked and they might feel a bit intimidated. They probably didn't think this is the way it would turn out. But they still have so much time. Like, they're a good team. Like, very, very strong team.
It isn't going their way at the moment. Something they need to urgently change. That half-time team talk will be one of what Jimmy Soufas hopes is a tactical turnaround. It's Friscalzo for Sabre. Then they have one last look before the break. Friscalzo's touch was too heavy. For 1-0, they won't mind this. I doubt they go into sit-in and soak-up mode, given how they played in the first half. If you keep it the same, it might continue the trend. It's Dimarzi. Do they have one for the break, perhaps? Salah tried to tiptoe. Fanua went with height, looking for Halabi. Richardson got a foot in. Abdul Latif now has the chance to bring it away. Dimarzi hustling her. Wanted to steer it for Sabre. Left for Fanua, and that'll do for the first half. 1-0, have one hand on the trophy at the moment. 2 goals late in the piece see them hold the advantage as we go to half-time in the Foz Cup Final in Darebin. It's 1-0 to Fitzroy 0. We return from half-time in the Cup Final. 20 minutes at the moment separate 1-0 from a first Foz Cup in their history. Fitzroy going for number 3 in as many calendar years. They have a lot of work to do. 2 down at the break. It's certainly not insurmountable, but it is not quite the half that has gone to plan for the Tigers so far. They weren't fraught of opportunities. It is simply the conversion which has cost them so far, and Claudia Damasi giving a rather robust clearance. How do you think this second half plays out, Christine?
You just never know, but I know Fitzroy, they've done it many times before. They know they can come back, and hopefully that's what happens to make
well,
it.
They have a look with McClure. Big save from Fanua. Richardson went crashing through, kept the move alive. Set back for Heasley, who couldn't find Richardson once more. But if that's an early sign, then we could be in for something.
Yeah, now they're putting the pressure on, just like 1-0 did in the first half.
And on the opposite side of that, 4-1-0, they can't just sit off and defend now, can they?
No, definitely not.
Fanua went looking long. Salah took it down terrifically.
Oh my God.
And then shifted beyond for Calzo. Went across, and Damasi was lurking. The ball fizzed right across the face. And where it was nearly 2-1 minutes ago, it was almost 3-0 at the other end. Inches away from the far corner. Frascalzo couldn't find Heasley down the line. Fanua again went long. That's the lot of Damasi, who is prone to a header every now and again.
Damasi's prone to everything. She can, whatever her mind tells her to do, she'll do it and she'll get away with it.
Questioned if she was on a booking at the break, which it's not ominous, but perhaps just a general inquiry. There's Richardson. Again went back for McClure. 1-0's defensive structure holding firm. They haven't allowed Fitzroy the centre of the court so far. It's a really good effect as well for Calzo. And the switch for McClure, who's got Halabi to go at. She is on a booking, and thus has to be cautious. Calzo lost out to Damasi. Halabi on the switch was Salah, who's got Richardson to run at.
My
Salah
gosh.
shifted, Richardson dangled, and 1-0 have a free kick.
He won't use his timeout.
And you can hear words of much encouragement from Costa Frutas. 1-0 free kick. Fanua's take. Went clipping, and Air had to parry, and then
Oh my
cleared
God.
with an open net for Noah Richardson blocked.
Oh my God!
Wow.
What a save.
Brilliant block from McClure, as well as the first from Richardson. Both vital blocks.
Wow. Fantastic.
And Fitzroy were really clinging on for dear life. Halabi's take, Demazi was darting, wasn't able to steer it goalward.
Ethan, who's your player of the match so far?
What a question. That's very hard to choose.
It is very hard.
Monica Fanua's had a brilliant game.
Yeah,
Nia
I
Salah's been
agree.
lively too. I think Fanua right now just edges it though.
Yeah,
She's had a really good game. Controlled a lot of this game as well.
yeah.
It could change, however. Richardson for Heasley. Fitzroy's turn to have some sustained possession. Richardson again threaded. McClure couldn't turn. Demazi got a foot in. That's a lovely clip from Fanua. And Richardson in firmly but fairly on Demazi, who struggled to see the fair side of it. It was good defending though, just shut the door at the right time for Scalzo. Richardson continued her run. And Fanua didn't get there, she just sort of dangled a hand at it, hoping to get a touch. Heasley was lurking and Demazi took no chances. Who would you give man of the match to?
Oh, definitely Monica Fanua. I've been saying that since the start of this game. She straight away caught my eye. She's just insane. She's everywhere. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's such a smart player. It's a shame that she didn't play much games this season, because I'm telling you, she would have got awards.
Demazi went to dangle a leg. McClure continued, set it behind Richardson. You might expect a rolling foul when play stopped. McClure once again. Richardson. This is good futsal from Fitzroy. McClure. Again, they're happy just to try and work their way round 1-0. Richardson. Heasley. Waited on the overlap. Richardson around
No one in
Demazi.
the box.
Cut it back for a late arriving for Scalzo. Richardson with the move still alive. Went with loft, but lifted her effort over. And yet there is more conversation about the possibility of a rolling foul. Richardson got a foot in, and McClure cleared. Still a lot of Fitzroy frustration as to how this is panning out.
They're definitely frustrated.
Fanua. Drilled it for Demazi, who touched it on for Salah. Wasn't quite able to find her. They have nullified to some effect this 1-0 forward line so far. Demazi, as that target, has seen scarce involvement in the second half. A lot of it's gone through Fanua, who's like deepest.
Oh my God.
And Halabi and Frascalzo come together. And Taylor Halabi came off a little bit worse. And Diana Frascalzo both went full throttle into it. Fanua looked long. Richardson for Heasley. Demazi again. Did well. Won it back to good effect. Just over a quarter of an hour to go. As Fanua went for Demazi. It's a good win from Richardson. For Scalzo, McClure. Fitzroy just, again, playing patience. McClure's got room. It's a lovely touch to open up that space.
Oh.
And Heasley was
Back
lurking.
post.
And in fact, it took an important touch, so it will be a corner. Taken for Frascalzo, who fires over. That's been the problem, really, hasn't it, so far? When they've created those chances, they're just the finishing touch.
Yeah, they're just missing that one bit. They're just missing that one bit. But Fitzroy always is there for that one bit. So I'm surprised why it's not happening today. But I'm still sure they have so much time. I still have faith that they can come back.
plenty of time to go. 2-0 is a little bit of a perilous lead. It looks comfortable, but all of a sudden, you just lose a little bit of concentration, and then quickly, you're only one ahead. Deficit's halved, and you lose a big chunk of momentum as well. So although it hasn't quite come together yet, if they can continue to hang in there, the opportunities will present themselves. Richardson stepped away from Salah. Frascalzo. Demazi happy to sit off. Abdul Latif. Frascalzo. And Salah did well not to get a foot on it. Again, that want to steer their way around 1-0. Has not been to any end product so far. Abdul Latif's challenge was a good one. And McCaffrey quick to take it. Fanua. At Salah darting. Demazi and Frascalzo resume battle. McCaffrey threaded for Salah, who wanted to steer it on for Fanua, who didn't oblige her with a run. This is the final Sunday of the women's season, of the calendar year. Started all the way back in February, that first weekend in February. What a year it's been. That was my first weekend at Series Futsal. Last Friday in January. Abdul Latif's side ball. Pumped away by Fanua. This game just, not necessarily in a lull at the moment, Christine, but you can feel that it's in a tense patch.
No, definitely. It was heated in the first half. It's eased down a bit, but see what happens in the next minutes or so.
I wouldn't expect that to last. The deeper we get into this game, you saw it slowly start to build in the first half. I would expect that kind of fire to come back to some degree, especially towards the end. Have a look at those final 7 or 8 minutes, possibly. McCaffrey wanted to go down the line. Richardson got in the way. Salah happy to restart things with haste. One up by Hazley for Sabre. McCaffrey with a great read. She's on her own. Had Richardson a go at! And it forced a brilliant save from Lizaire, who did terrifically. Richardson. Hazley gave it back to Richardson. That ball again is just a fraction too heavy. Able to find feet. That build-up breakdown, hampering the Fitzroy cause at the moment. Fanua went on the thread.
Oh.
Couldn't find Salah. Sabre went early. And off the shoulder of Tin Fanua, it steered away. It's an outrageous save. Just on the dive, off the shoulder. Outrageous, remarkable stuff.
Oh my God.
Taken quickly, palmed away, hooked away by Demazi. And air will reset. Abdul Latif. On the switch for McDougall. Richardson had a loose moment. And that was all that was required. McCaffrey did get the last touch, however. So blushes are spared somewhat. As we just approach our way down the stretch. Earing up on the final quarter of the game. Richardson got it from McDougall. Had a hit herself!
Is that a goal?
Fanua saved. The goal was not given. Fanua at the other end! What a save from Air.
See, this is why she's already... This is why we pick her as our player of the match.
What a section of futsal.
Oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous at both ends. Corner quickly for Fanua, not beyond McDougall. Sabre. McDougall's return. Fanua got a foot in. McCaffrey came across. And weaved their way out of trouble well. This is stupendous. It really is at the moment. Final at a fever pitch. Threaded tidily for Fanua for Salah. Demazi continued! And air readjusted in the nick of time. Another 1-0 corner. Salah's take. Out for McCaffrey, who called it sweet. And it took the final touch off Demazi. This game, could it give us one more moment? Good read from Fanua. Richardson one in ahead of Demazi. Sabre steered it on to her. McDougall. Abdul Latif. McDougall once more on the switch for Richardson. Again had options. McDougall on the switch. McCaffrey pressed to good effect. Abdul Latif. Richardson. Again, Fitzroy just taking their time to try and carve an opening, one which could get them back into this cup final. Sabre couldn't spin Salah. Abdul Latif, Richardson. Really, really starting to press. That's a good foot in from Salah. And that's been the difference so far, really, hasn't it? Defensively, Christine, 1-0 have not put a foot wrong.
No, definitely. But honestly, like, they do deserve this a lot, especially how much work and effort Costa does put in this team. Like, everyone sees it. So I'm actually, oh my God.
And Fanua's on the charge. Salah up with
Oh
her. Fanua went alone. Their return serve.
Oh,
and it's wide.
Oh.
Another little flashpoint.
Oh, I love that.
You don't mind that kind of futsal?
No, I love it. I love it.
Now there's a discussion again between two on the touchline.
Costa knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Jimmy Soufis and Costa Frutis in some kind of conversation. Sabre on the swivel. That's a good save from Fanua. And McCaffrey cleared only as far as McDougall, whose touch was errant. Everybody trying to see the funny side of it. Sides continuing to push at one another. McCaffrey back for Fanua. Threaded for Salah. He wants to shift Abdul Latif and wins a corner. This game has been played at such a pace. A lot of quality on display. Salah for Fanua. Lovely ball for Demazi, who couldn't get round Richardson. McDougall had to slow up just to sort her feet out. Left it for Richardson in the end, who went quickly for Sabre. Fancies a go at Salah and pokes her effort just over. And 1-0 just taking a second to restart things. Monica Fanua again wanted to thread it. McDougall ricocheted it back all the way to the keeper. And again they restart. Demazi took a stumble. Abdul Latif picked it up. Wanted to go around McCaffrey and McDougall one way.
Oh my God.
And steered it on for Sabre. It's again, Christine, just that final ball.
It is that final ball. Just that final ball. But honestly, I think it's coming. I feel it. I feel it's coming.
Demazi comes off. Allen comes on. And Fanua goes there immediately. Friscalzo won it. Lovely take from Richardson, who smashed her effort wide. And Diana Friscalzo just wore one. Bit of a nasty one. Right on the bridge of her nose. Thankfully, there's no claret.
No broken noses.
No bones out of place. And Diana Friscalzo, who is as tough as they come, really, is set to continue. She will have a really important part to play if Fitzroy are to stage something here.
Definitely.
Approaching the halfway point of the second half. Air on for Richardson. Wanted McDougall. It's a good read from Fanua again. all evening, really. Dougal's take. Richardson, Fanua's block. Richardson take two. This time worked a yard. Fanua got a foot in. Salah can go. Had two around her. Allen was the only other option. Recycled to Abdul Latif, who moves it on for Frascalzo. Forced to check, forced to twist, forced to turn. And McCaffrey was lurking. That's a tidy ball for Allen. And now the break's the other way. Sydney Allen for Salah, who scores! 1-0 hit hard on the counter. And they have that all-important third. The first goal of the second half. They have waited and waited to go and find it. Fitzroy have been the aggressors, been the protagonists. But 1-0 on the counter have the finishing polish. Might that be the cup?
We actually don't even have a cup here.
No cup.
Cup isn't in the building.
It's arriving, I hope.
But
The cup's on its way.
the question is, even with a lot of time left in this game, Christine, is it already perhaps starting to read a story for Fitzroy?
I feel like it's too early to answer that right now. I'm not gonna make those decisions right now. There's still a lot of time. Still stop clock. You just never know. It's one of those games where you just never know.
Something special would be needed. Richardson wanting to provide the start of that. Frascalzo. Circled for McDougall, whose touch was loose. Allen with a heavy one. Richardson gave it a hit. It's a good save from Fanua, who went quickly for Sydney Allen.
Or can I take it?
Couldn't turn Richardson. Allen side ball. On for McCaffrey. Fanua. Near Salah appreciated the effort. Wasn't quite able to get there. So 1-0, the only team to add a goal in the second half. They themselves have three. Abdul Latif wanting to get Fitzroy up and running. It's a good challenge from Salah again. And where the first half was fiery and foul full, this one has been fraught of them. Abdul Latif. McClure. That's a good read from Salah, who's got away from Richardson and rolled it wide again. That little opportunity, when it presents itself, is one which has troubled Fitzroy. 1-0 have certainly opened it down the flanks. Allen's challenge is good. Abdul Latif.
Oh,
Threaded for Frascalzo. Lovely turn. Fanua saves. And then the block is made at the expense of a Fitzroy corner, who are just starting to search a little bit. It's a terrific take from Frascalzo on the spin. Open it all the way up for her. And Fanua gets a foot in this time. And Fitzroy, who in all league meetings this season bested 1-0, find themselves in need of the secrecy to do it again, and that's in play. All the little things add up. And it is source of much frustration. Fanua smashing ball to find Salah. Set it for Allen, who couldn't find the return as McClure was in the way. When could that first time out for the second half be? That's the question. Salah, McClure. Again, it'll go all the way back to Fanua. Richardson got there. Abdul Latif returned it to her. Richardson charging. McCaffrey wanting to shut the door. Good read from Fanua, who can now go on the charge. Allen was up with her, but she couldn't sort her feet out. Richardson just read the situation to good tidings, and Jimmy Soufas wants a timeout. We wondered when it would come. Fitzroy to call it. The only goal in the second half going the way of 1-0. 8:20 for them to find a treble of strikes to level it. As we get a timeout, it's 1-0-3. Fitzroy 0. We return from timeout. First time in the second half, and Fitzroy have gone fifth. We wondered if it would happen. Dharma Georgie is the one in the fly, and this will be a serious test for 1-0. Who are 3 up, who are, as it stands, clinging on. But Fitzroy going fifth provides a different task at hand entirely. Georgie quickly involved for Richardson. Great read from Salah, who has an open net! And Frascalzo came across. That's a crucial read. It could oh so nearly have been 4, just as quickly as fifth was instated. McCaffrey from the side ball. Around Frascalzo and wins a corner.
Apparently she's 13.
13?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's hard to imagine Sophie McCaffrey's talent at just 13. And here she is with a hit!
Oh my God.
And they're forced into the save. Sony's been a real leader in this 1-0 side for quite some time. Battling injury still, pushing through for her side. Here she is again. Salah couldn't find Fanua. Flykeeper again on. Fitzroy will, you would imagine, do it till the end. They have just under 8 minutes to save themselves in this cup final, which has not gone to plan so far. Richardson, McClure, Frascalzo try to work away around 1-0. Richardson. Call is be patient. They're exercising that and then some. McClure, Richardson, back from McClure. Again they go. Dharma Georgie this time gets involved and McCaffrey gets a foot in. They're just doing all they can to slow it up. Richardson. On for McClure. Got it back from Frascalzo. Leila Abdul-Latif doesn't look best pleased on the touchline at the moment. It's McClure, Richardson, Georgie. McCaffrey again. And Fanua came storming through. And might have a look at an open net. Thought about it momentarily. Monica Fanua, that's a lovely ball for Salah, who steered it on for Sydney Allen. Salah once more, tiptoeing, and Air makes an important intervention again. Some fifth adjustments being made on the Fitzroy touchline. 1-0 corner, Fanua. Poked it for Allen. Pressed by Sabre, steered it on for Salah. McCaffrey might have a hit, and Air had to sprawl down low. Got a foot to it on the switch for Allen. Salah. McCaffrey. Happy to hold it, work the angle.
Oh,
Allen
God,
wanted
that
Salah to
was
spin, that was lovely. the intended idea, but it just didn't have its final piece. There's Richardson. Again for McClure. Fitzroy adopting real patience for Scalzo. Down the line for Sabre. Wanted to steer it centrally. Fanua got the block in for Scalzo now. McClure. Again, they're just taking their time, but the time is becoming a factor. Richardson, Alan read it well. McClure, Richardson. The switch for Frascalzo.
Oh.
Georgie was lurking. McCaffrey got a foot in, all the way out for Allen, who did well to keep it. McCaffrey had to, steered it on for Salah, dropped it off for Fanua. They still find a way through. Salah on the charge, and Frascalzo did well, just to prevent a goal on the counter. Abdul Latif to be reinstated. You'd imagine to the end. Frascalzo. Abdul Latif, 5.5 to go. Richardson. Again is Abdul Latif. Sabre. Steering. It was behind Abdul Latif, but they'll go again with Richardson. And Allen will make the block again. Fitzroy will have a corner. Taken quickly by Georgie. Richardson. Abdul Latif. Again for Sarah Richardson. They're just taking their time. Abdul Latif went early.
Oh.
Salah blocked and then wanted to get up. And it was played behind a retreating Frascalzo. And 1-0 in a hurry. However, ball was rolling.
No fouls from
It's been a foul-free second half up to now.
Fitzroy's got one. I meant from 1-0.
Apart from one blemish for Fitzroy.
Good recovery.
Frascalzo onto Richardson. Steered it on for Sabre through the legs of Halabi, but only for a diving Fanua, who this time fancies a look. Salah, that's a brilliant nod on. Allen over Richardson. And it's a great read from Frascalzo, who now leads a charge the other way. Sabre's up with her. Abdul Latif is at the far post, but Halabi is in the way at the expense of a corner. Time ticking down. Subs perhaps getting ready. Richardson. Abdul Latif. Again, Sarah Richardson. Fitzroy wanting to work their way through. Frascalzo, Abdul Latif, errant touch, recovered Richardson, and Halabi blocks. It's been a very good defensive effort from 1-0 throughout this entire game, but Christine in particular against Fifth. They've held firm. There's Richardson. Again for Frascalzo. That's behind Sabre, who was stretching. Again Fanua. Again Salah. That's a smashing ball for Allen, who is on the march. Richardson came to close, and Allen couldn't keep it alive. Just that deft touch off has been a real difference maker. Richardson, Georgie let it run. McClure, Abdul Latif. McClure once more. It is now or it is never for Fitzroy, you get the feeling. McClure, Richardson. That's diligent from Halabi. Who has intervened to good effect, not for the first time tonight. Georgie's side ball. Abdul Latif, it's ahead of McClure and it peters out again. And they want to go quick. Halabi has an open net and Richardson is the one in the way. Under 3.5 minutes. The kitchen sink needs to be thrown. Fanua went searching and Halabi, who had just tiptoed round the back of Richardson, couldn't get a telling touch. 3 goals in 3 minutes. That is the task at hand. There's McClure. Richardson. Again for McClure. has Abdul-Latif. They just work it. Richardson is on her own, and the block by Allen, out for McClure. Fanua gathers, and went flinging for Demazi. Abdul-Latif dropped in. And then a good challenge from Halabi. Richardson. There's going to hold out for now. Richardson. 1-0 again. Go to that fifth-man defensive shape. As Richardson for Sabre. McClure. In dangerous territory. Cut out by Halabi. And the effort's blocked by Richardson. And it had to be kept in. It'll be a corner.
She should have kept it in.
An errant lapse in communication. Earns 1-0 a corner. Allen. Happy to soak up the seconds, as is Fanua. They are getting closer with each passing second, with each survived wave. Abdul-Latif, brilliant from Fanua, and on for Allen. This will seal it. That might be that. Fanua makes it 4, and 1-0 might have the cup. Blistering on the break once again, and this time finished in its perfect entirety by Monica Fanua, who has shone. It could be the knockout blow. Just under 2 to go. And 1-0's defensive diligence was really on show. In a game that has at times been to and fro. And Richardson gets one back. It may very well not be done yet. Fitzroy get a goal back. And there is still plenty of time. The 1-0 clean sheet blemished. Is this the supposed comeback? Fanua, smashing ball for Halabi, who couldn't take it under. 93 seconds of stop clock futsal for Fitzroy to find 3. Abdul-Latif blocked by Demazi, out for McClure, on for Richardson again. This time Fanua gathers. And again once Demazi, who steered it on for Allen, and Halabi! Blocked by McClure on the line again. Not for the first time tonight, she's intervened to excellent effect. One-0 side ball. Halabi having to readjust. Allen, Halabi, Fanua, ever so cool. Allen, Richardson took a tumble. And then Richardson stopped it. And free kick taken quickly. There was alert to it. Final minute of the cup. Fitzroy need 3 in a minute. Abdul-Latif, read by Demazi.
You done well. Honestly? Oh, hold on.
There's some frustration on display. As McClure charges, Halabi nodded it. Monica Fanua with an open net. It's just wide.
I really want the 1-0 keeper to score a footy kick.
Well, Fitzroy going 5th. It's every opportunity.
Yeah, she has every opportunity. I really want her to do it.
Abdul-Latif. One last throw of the dice. McClure steered it wide.
Ethan, who do you think has the best goal kicks? Which keeper has the best goal kicks in the season as a keeper in futsal, as Women's League? There's only one right answer. Come on.
I think Lara Al-Hayek.
Oh, I was waiting to hear it.
From
Only
range.
Lara Al-Hayek.
I can do my best, yeah.
A lot of them are up there though. Selena Danilis is
Oh,
good
yeah,
from
she-
range.
yeah.
Paige Daly's good from range.
Yeah, true. But
So it's not like it's a far and away conclusion. That's a lovely ball. Halabi! And Air makes the save. That would have iced it.
16.
Again, corner taken. Fanua couldn't keep it in. But it won't matter. It will not matter. Semi-final win against Aku. And now, at the very last Sunday of the season, in a cup final for the first time in their history, 1-0 have climbed to the top of the mountain. A Foz Cup win to remember. A standout performance. A brilliant, brilliant night for 1-0, who from start to finish took it up to Fitzroy and made their opportunities count. A brilliant, a memorable, not only way to end the cup, but a way to end the season, a way to end the calendar year. The side whose strides have been taken and then some throughout 2025 are now affirmed to the fullest for Costa Frutas & Co. The trophy cabinet is open. The silverware is to be placed. 1-0 win the Foz Cup. Full time in Darabin. It's 1-0 for Fitzroy 1.
Yeah, I mean, I leave all of them. This is why I should be commissioner. I don't know. Who's talking?
Cup winners, cup celebrations. The return of the Foz Cup to Darabin, and on its first instalment, its champions are a new one for the first time in their history. 1-0 are Foz Cup winners. It's been a year of immense growth for this side, a year where a lot of things that could have gone wrong didn't. They brought in a lot of players at the start of the new campaign. It was a real building block year. Added a lot of experience, which a lot of people said was the missing piece. They now have that in droves. And the way that they played towards the back end of this season and throughout the cup run was second to none. Your Foz Cup winners for the first time and for season 2 in 2025. are 1-0.